Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Tedwards, and today we're going to be talking about motorcycle jackets. Today I'm going to be talking about this one specifically. This is the Alpinestars Halo Drystar. Let's get into it. But first, I just want to give a huge shout out and a massive thank you to the guys over at Motor Central in Hinckley. They've really helped me out, organise some gear that I can showcase to you guys. It's a sort of a partnership forming as we stand. They've lent me this jacket to try out and give my honest thoughts and opinions. So while the jacket doesn't belong to me, my opinions are my own. They haven't asked me to say anything good or bad about it. They're not asking me to ship it to anybody. They're just saying, if you like the look of this jacket, why don't you check out their website first? I'll have all the details somewhere on the screen below. Let's talk a bit about the jacket. So as you can see, the jacket is comprised of a large vent on the front. It's got a large vent up here on the rear, and it has these removable arms you can slide off entirely. There's a zipper that goes around here for you to attach and detach the arms, and it just allows for maximum airflow in the summer, and it has been an absolute godsend in this heat. It is 32 degrees today, I think, and while I'm sweaty, if I was in my old jacket I would be baking right now. So very thankful to have this on, and it does allow for so much airflow and nice and cooling, especially when you're moving. But even stop now, and yes, I'm in the shade, the temperature's manageable. So even now at 15 to 20 miles an hour, the air coming through the jacket is such a nice change. It's because you've got all of this ventilation on the arms and on the chest, and you've got somewhere for that air to escape on your back as well. Of course, if it gets chilly, you do have the option to close all the vents and put the arms back on. It does hold its heat fairly well. I think the coldest I was out in this was about, I don't know, I want to say about 10 degrees, which is not cold. It's motorbiking weather though. It's the sort of start of the season when people actually start to get their bikes out. Fucking hell, a rabbit. It's kind of that temperature when people start to think about getting their bikes out. And it was more than comfortable then. This jacket, very good in the heat, I will say. I've compared it to sort of 2 or 3 others now. And this is by far, I think, my best for the summer. And now I will do videos on those other jackets, but there's a reason why I'd pick this one over the others, and that one is cost. I'm fairly tight when it comes to money, and so I like to spend it wisely. There's some horses that are going to freak out. So yeah, I like to spend it wisely. And this jacket, out of all the ones that I've seen, it's probably the best bang for buck. I believe Motor Central has it listed on their website for around £420, which is still quite a fair bit for a jacket, but you do get a lot of jacket with this. And Alpinestars definitely put some thought into the design of this and making sure that it's functional. And I will say the movement, the movability in this is nice. You've got all the free range. I have no idea where I am. I'm a bit lost. I think I'm supposed to go this way. All right. Yeah, so you've got lots of free movement, which is of course a good thing to have when you're riding a motorcycle. It keeps you cool on those hotter days, which is the main point of this that I really want to get across. It's just how comfortable I am. Like, it's 31 degrees, the bike says, and I don't feel that. I don't feel it at all, which is exactly what you want. course, when it comes to winter or it starts to rain, you know, Britain being a non-ideal place because the weather's so unpredictable, if it does start to rain, this can take a light drizzle, no problem. Anything heavier than that, or you're in it for a prolonged period of time, and you're going to want to be putting on the sort of rain overcoat that you get with it. In fact, I need to check if you actually get that with it, or whether Alpinestars just offer it as a separate purchase. But I've received one from Motor Central when I got this, so one could assume it comes with it. Yeah, pottering along at 24 mile an hour, and these farm tracks, absolutely no issues, nice and cool. And I'm a man who runs hot. So what I will do is I'll find a spot in some shade, and I'll take the jacket off and I'll give you a small run through of the jacket with its pockets and features, and I'll show you taking the arms on and off, because I think that's important to see. So I decided to come home and show you this instead of just doing it on the side of the road somewhere. Here's the jacket. I've reattached the arms. Let's give you a brief look at everything. So at the front here, we've got this large pouch. Quite happily fit lots of stuff into there. Quite frequently use that to put in sort of a can of Red Bull or a Monster. Lots of space in there, it's great. Just does up with Velcro. It's got these poppers on the side here. On the sides of that, in front of that big pocket, we've got another pouch sort of style where your hands can go all the way through. If you get chilly fingers, you can put them in there. They work great. On the sides, on both sides, you've got another pocket. These are quite deep. Can't really get you a good show there. But again, it's Velcro, and then they use these poppers as well. So you're not going to be losing anything when you put stuff in your pockets. Like I said, there's one on the other side too. Works great. Looking further up the jacket on the front, we've got the big vents here. There is a Velcro that goes around the neck there like that. Undo the two zips on either side. You've got this big fold out panel. The Velcro will let go. Bear in mind I'm doing this one-handed, haven't got a good system for this yet. So yeah, you've got this big flat, big ventilated panel there, lets all the air go straight through. And this bit of flappy stuff just tucks in there, and they've designed some poppers to keep that tucked out the way. They work great. Haven't experienced that flapping back out on a ride at any point. Taking a look at the side of that, there's the main zip for the jacket. It's got two poppers to secure the zip in there too. If I undo that all the way and open it up, you'll notice it's asymmetrical, which is a bit of a turn off for me for this jacket, to be perfectly honest. I guess it's to allow for them to put that big front vent in, which is a bonus. However, you do end up with this weird lopsided jacket when you undo it. Makes it a little strange to put on and off because you're at a weird angle. But in terms of complaints, that's probably my only one for this jacket. So looking at the inside of this jacket, you've got this big sort of net pocket here. Doesn't close at all. Haven't noticed anything fall out of it, but I try not to put anything heavy in there, just in case it does decide to fling out on a ride. Here you've got a waterproof compartment. It's labelled as such. Has got a zip. That's where I put my wallet or my phone if I was going to put them in the jacket at all. Keep them safe. Not a very big one though. You wouldn't want to put much more than that in there. Up here at the back, you've got space for a rear back protector. I would expect you could probably put a water bladder in there as well if you really wanted to. I haven't done anything with either. My back protector's not with me at the moment, and I don't actually have one of those water pouches, so that's the next purchase for me, I think. Looking slightly further down the jacket, we've got this sort of, I think they're kidney protection belts. It just sort of helps the jacket remain in place. It's got Velcro and a little Velcro protection system going on here. I'll You do this with one hand, you pull that over, you put that around your waist. Keeps everything secure. I think it's supposed to somewhat save your kidneys. I don't really know. Don't know that much stuff about that. Further down, you've got the zip at the bottom here, fairly standard for most jackets that have a trouser combo that go with them. It allows you to zip to a set of trousers, and it keeps it all secure and nice together. So we'll just take a closer look at the arms. As you can see, there's a little zipper that goes around here. You can take this off. I'm not going to be able to do this one-handed, but you undo the zip there, goes all the way around, and you can take the arm off like that. Just so you can see it with the arm taken off, there's the zip, goes right around the circumference of the jacket. Shoulder blade kind of thing there, comes off nice and easily. Of course, you've got shoulder padding and you've got elbow padding as well. I think it's C2 rated. Feels fairly solid, and it's nice and sort of flexible and squidgy, so it doesn't get trapped anywhere, which is quite nice. So taking a look at the back of the jacket, it's similar to the front. You've got these two zips on either side, a bit of Velcro at the top here to keep it in place. And you can roll that under itself, and it's got these two poppers to secure that there, and that's where your mesh on the back comes from. I really like this system that Alpinestars has made, works great. And a final thing for the jacket, you've got a rear pouch pocket here, and you've also got another zippable sort of pouch on the back that goes all the way through on both sides. This is where I've been keeping the rain cover. So a final thing to touch on is the waterproof. It does come with the jacket. Obviously it's made by Alpinestar. It's effectively just a fancy raincoat, but it's nice that it comes with the jacket. You can wear it over or under the jacket, and there are little securing hooks around to be able to put that in place. In terms of this, there's not really that much. There's not really any pockets. The only thing that there is this weird little pouch at the back here, which I'm not sure what you're going to put in there. Okay, so that's been my review of the Alpinestars jacket. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Go and check out Motor Central and their website. Honestly, fantastic shop. Full range of products, even if you're not an adventure motorcyclist. They have loads of leather gear, full suits, boots, helmets, gloves, the works, including bike security and washing and maintenance supplies. They've got a bit of everything there, so please do go check them out. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.